crime experience and security perception, which have reported the highest incidents. We are not immune. It indicates that Southwest region, including Ondo, has witnessed a concerning increase in armed robbery, kidnapping incidents on major highways in recent years, especially between 2018 and 2022. This upward trend, even if statistically lower than some national averages, is unacceptable. Comparing our situation to global standards further highlights the urgency. Nigeria's overall community safety and resilience. Members of this August gathering, the responsibility for security cannot be solely laid in the feet of government or security agencies alone. True and lasting security is a shared. Sometimes ago, this is off the address. When there was one breach somewhere sometimes ago, and the media kept reiterating that this thing is by Akure Airport, Akure, I don't even know. Now, when we decided to go there, the army commander, the Amotebu commander, the commissioner of police. In fact, I went with the editor of the commissioner of police. So we asked the army. People said a lot of things, but I just looked at it and I kept quiet. Where that thing happened is a place where we call Utese. It's like you are coming from Ogbese. So you have Ogbese on one side, you have Usho on the other side. So our people that are from here crossed the river. Called Abba Sunday is called Utese. When we went, the CP had to go. We went through Benin to Okada. That is in Ovia North. The hospital where they kept those bodies are in Okada. But our people were saying it happened here. The people that you can cross-check, you can cross-check. The people that went by motorcycle through the forest, it took them 5.5 hours to get there from here. Those states, will you travel 5.5 hours? If it happens within the state, it took them 5.5 hours. We that went there by road, we went through Okada. When I granted the interview to one of these radio, and I said, they said because it did not happen to my family, but that was the truth. It did not happen here. I had to start sending the picture, and the army Amotekun, they came in 6 good hours. It took them to get to that place. So immediately after to a forest with surveyors, to a forest with surveyors 13 kilometers deep inside the Luabo. What would it have taken them to drive into a place and seek for police protection? They didn't do it. It was when something terrible happened, they came to the governor's office. Even if the governor is going somewhere, we send the advance team there. We didn't know where you were going to, so you are going to do private business there. You have collected money for land. If you don't tell us, please, security is everybody's business. Let us take it like that. We must share information. Where we are going to, where we are coming from. It is easy. I can see that some of the things that are going on. This gathering, I know that with his background, from the arm that he passed through before retirement, now that he has come back to this community, senior officers are like him. I will also call on them to please always make their experience very, very useful to us. And lastly, Jermaine.
Has happened here, plug it back now. So add everything back. Go to your easy watch, your view sharp. I add it back for this. Your audio is off. It's not showing. Your view. There's no sound online.
They will not give you information except you. Let us all our Omoniles too, let us all watch the way we give land to non-indigenous from those parts. Let us be visitors friendly, but with sense. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ẹ bá wa bójútó gbogbo àwọn ilẹ̀ oko. Ẹni tó bá ní ilẹ̀ oko, tọ́ bá ti lọ gbà tọ́ kọ́ àbá wọn síbẹ̀ tí wọn ò fẹ́ kúrò ńbẹ̀, ẹ fi tó wa létí àbáyín kó wọn kúrò ńbẹ̀. Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ ń sìn. Talk to the agencies. Use non-kinetic and use kinetic. Enough. The local government is that it is one language, one culture, and one people. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá wa dúró ti àwọn èèyàn wa. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá need ẹ máa channel ẹ̀ sí headquarters sí. They come to us. They will get assistance that they want. The chairman of the local government is here because we are government people. I'm representing the governor. What the governor and the government will do will be communicated to the chairman. Thank you.
Defending territorial integrity of people from one kingdom to another. It was a big kingdom. It was a united kingdom, a nation of its own. We must rise together to combat insurgency. Ogun Joro, and it will never happen. It will not happen. It will never happen. Thank you, Your Royal Majesty. Against crime and insurgencies. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will take a moment to do a very 1 minute recognition of our guests for the final analysis, and we'll proceed to the keynote address, who will be discussing essentially community policing and the duty of our traditional leaders. So, Kobati a keynote address at the first paper presentation. Both will not last 15 minutes to repaper or rapporti or tigba or to extract the important element of it. So, Ongo Kabi Esiwa, your multi signify for your address the community of the keynote presenters will be brought to the microphone to address the great people of our kingdom. Just 1 minute recognition of Ondol's list.
Thank you very much. Quickly, we have the presence of the president of our great indigenous Christian missionaries, Prophet Adekunle Taiwo Bright. We have led by S.A. Fatai Tenushe. We have Dr. Oladagboniola Alhaji Jimo Dojumo, Dr. Yemi Mahmood, and the APC chairman of our local government, Honorable Samuel Balogun. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen,
Frank Fanon Otifobe. The state of obscurity shall discover its mission and vision. It's either they fulfill it or betray it. But today, the Ogo people has risen to the challenge of this insecurity, and we will fulfill our destiny and stand united to combat insecurity, to set the discussion on essential motion of conversation. May to the microphone the keynote presenter who will and its ENVIRONS, strategies for community safety and resilience. Your Excellencies, Your Royal Majesties, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I invite a Don in academics and in practice, the former Director Center for Conflict Studies, UI, Professor Ayobami Ahmed. Can we put our hands together, ladies and gentlemen?
Local government, or top online. I used to greet all other people on the high table and everybody in the audience. Because I am part and parcel of it, because I brought glad tidings from Otumba Rotimi Oloye, who happens to be the uncle to my wife. And so I'm at home. The responsibility that has been given to me is very simple. It's just to set the tone for our discussion. And some of the things I would have loved to mention environment has been perfectly mentioned. And so I'm going to put us on why insecurity, what are the concepts of resilience, what ways by which we can be able to strengthen ourselves so that we can be able to get our community in a more secure place, has always been mentioned. And I'm very glad that all that has been said, I've set the tone for my discussion over here. But that there are some critical technical issues that we have on how to secure our environment, which I'm going to pass on to the technical committee to look into, so that they will be able to utilize the resources to be able to secure our land. That is very sir, it's important for us to note that at this point in time, we need to secure ourselves. And the ways by which we can use to be able to secure ourselves is to go to the untapped cultural practices. Untapped cultural practices to be able to support our security agencies. That's where I want to go. Because all that we have been said is that yes, we do not have, or we cannot be able to have all the resources to manage our environment because security. We must decolonize. Decolonization means that we must take our security in our hand. We must be able to use all the resources that are available, because our forefathers don't have soldiers. Our forefathers, they don't have army. They don't have police. But they have. And so on the basis of that, we have to think dípìrì wọ́n ní gbogbo lọ́wọ́ yọ dorí èèyàn tó bá ronú jinlẹ̀ yọ mọ̀ wípé tẹnitẹni àkísà ń ta àtẹ̀wò ti wù lórí ẹlẹ́nu orí ìrọ̀lá àmúyá rẹ̀ èèyàn ò sì ní fojúlẹ̀ kó lajúlẹ̀ kí. mo sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa mo ní ẹ wò ó tẹ bá ní ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn ní ẹ lọ wo Samuel orí kí ló sọ níbẹ̀ pé ká lo ancestral veneration tako pé a lè lò ó ṣùgbọ́n ṣé àwọn ará Israẹli ṣé wọn ò lo technology láti fi secure ara wọn Kùránì àwọn tá a bá ń ká yàtú Kristu làwọn ọmọ bí sàmọ́ wáìtì à ń ṣàdúrà pé kọ́ lọ́wọ́ ó sì kí ọ wá ní ṣé àwọn ará Saudi Arabia ṣé wọn ò lo ọgbọ́n àtọgbọ́ndá láti fi secure ara wọn ẹ̀yẹ́ wo ṣé àní ronú jinlẹ̀ pé bó o láṣẹ àwọn tí ẹ lè sọ́pà àbá sọ fún mi sọ́pà àbá sẹ́yìn à ń gbà ń ṣùgbọ́n pàkúdí èèyàn míì ọ̀pá yíbùrù ẹ jẹ́ ká ronú ẹ̀yin bàbá wa mo gbọ́ ń tẹ́ wí kábíyèsí kíní o ohun tí mo fẹ́ pé àwọn ọ̀nà tẹ́ ẹ lè lò tí àwọn security committee lè lò láti lè fi strengthen wa wọ́n bẹ́ẹ̀ nù òwe tí mo kọ́ lẹ̀ and we must not allow to be derided by others who believe that they can come around and be able to change the tides of our environment. I want to say, because this is in my paper, there is what you call every challenges. It's in my paper that I'm presenting. Common tensions, confidentiality and accountability, integration and program size. We have to look at it. Vulnerability and prioritization. We have to look into it. Need and capacity. We have to look into it. Complex issues versus simple. We have to take note of that. And long-term results versus pressure for immediate and conclusive results. I am happy the SSA mentioned a lot of issues and what the government is likely to do for. If we are insecure, what are likely to be the challenges that we are going to have? There will be social disintegration. There will be no cohesion, and there will be displacement of our people. We don't want people with demarkets of war. And when they are demarketing of war, they are demarketing us. We must not allow that to continue. We must think of in some clients. Let me tell you, they don't sell land. They lease land for 50 years or 40 years. And the agreement is going to be recorded with the local government. Go and check some areas. They don't sell land. Allow that to continue in our environment. This kind of thing that we are looking at, we must be able to think about education and disruption of education, social disruption. When nobody again, we have a a lot of things that is going to happen. So we must out health challenges and the limited health care in our environment and the psychological trauma that our people. If we have enhanced this, our children will. I hope you know that we have. I hope you know that we have Yahoo mothers. We can have that. We have lost hope. Everything is gone. And is Yahoo a business? Cyber security must. Cyber technology must be put in place. On that basis, we can be able to. Let me come back. You know whether you of a local in Avijo. In that local job the round but the people of Iware, what did they do? The three people, the chairman of Community Development Association, together with the person who brought rural electrification to Iware and 100 caused all the posts. Mi ò mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ gbọ́ túmọ̀ rẹ̀. Wọ́n gbé òpó kọ̀ọ̀kan pé ẹni tó bá ní òun débẹ̀ tó bá lóun ọkà báyà ná ntójú rẹ̀ bá rí kọ́ máa rán. Ẹ lọ Ìwàrẹ́ tòní àwọn òpó yẹn jẹ́ sókè yóò kú ni. Àwọn ọmọ ìfẹ́sọ̀ àmọ́ kankan wọn ò lè dárú ẹ̀ wọn ò lè ká òpó ọbẹ̀ yẹn. Ní example kejì àwọn tó bá mọ Kúta ní Ayédire local government ní òòsà kan tí wọ́n ń pè ní àgàn tẹ́ ẹ bá mú oògùn burúkú wọnú ìlú tó bá di òru àgàn yóò máa gbé nínú ilé yín ni tẹ́ ẹ bá ń ṣèpàdé pé ẹ̀ ń bọ̀ wá ba nǹkan jẹ́ bá fẹ́ gbé yẹn nínú ìlú níbi tẹ́ inú ilé yín yóò máa gbé nínú ilé títí gbogbo ará àdúgbò aláàánú ilé yẹn wọ́n fi jí wọ́n á dẹ̀ pé kí lẹ́ ń ṣe ń bẹ̀ yẹn kálukú wọn dẹ̀ sádànù wọ́n lọ. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kẹta Provost College of Education tó ń bẹ ní Ìpèjú-Jẹ̀ṣà campus. Tí wọ́n ṣe kọ́ọ̀tì wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dàbẹ̀rú wọ́n á lọ lé mọ́ wọ́n á ní ẹ dákun kí n mo lè ṣe wọ́n ní wọ́n ń fún mi fún owó epo. I was the provost for that place for 3 years. Owó tí wọ́n fún mi fún owó epo òun ni mo san fún àwọn OPC méjì tí wọ́n bọ̀rọ̀ jókòó sí sùkúù mi láì ní jẹ́kẹ́ nìkankan wọ́n ń lọ jí epo dísù wọ́n ń jí dísù. Àwọn union tí ẹ bá sì ti fẹ́ da wàhálà alẹ̀ wọ́n wà paná ni wọ́n wà síkìní ni. Mo yìí sọ fún ọmọ èmi tí wọ́n fẹ́ ẹ má nà ẹnì kankan oyin ní àtàpá oyin ẹ sáda oyin bò wọ́n tí a bá ń ké ó tọ́wájà mọ́ sùkúù ni. Nígbà kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n wá tóyin bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kùn lára wọn. Wọ́n bá ń pariwo wọ́n ń lera bí ẹsẹ̀ ń lera wọ́n mọ̀ ọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni gbogbo wọn tẹ̀léra wọn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ látijọ́ yẹn cultists wọn àṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìpèjú-Jẹ̀ṣà lọ béèrè ẹ béèrè tí mo sọ yẹ béèrè. láìpẹ́ yìí mo fún Táíwò Adélẹ́gàn mo fún ní fídíò kan nígbà tá à ń jọ sọ̀rọ̀ mo ní àbọ̀dọ̀ máa ṣe báwọn òyìnbó ń ṣe àlágbára wọn àlówó òyìnbó tá a fi lè sìkí ara wa àwọn ọ̀gá wa tí wọ́n mẹ́rẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá jẹun kánú tẹ́ ẹ bá àfi kí wọ́n sì nà rìn kí wọ́n sì ọ̀nà rìn kí bá wọn kọ́ mọ́ àbí wọ́n ní tí ó sọ pé ìbọn tẹ́tí mi kọ́ lọ bò mí. tẹ́ ẹ bá sòkò pàkàrà báyìí tẹ́ ẹ bá jíjẹ́ pàkàrà ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ bá fọ́ lẹ́yìn lólobéso òkò pàkàrà rẹ̀ tọ́ tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe é fún àbàbà wa ṣe fún yín bí ibi ẹgbẹ́ bàn àfi tí wọ́n yẹ pé bọ́ǹbù ni òyìnbó ti bọ́ǹbù o gbẹlẹgbẹ yìí kò bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ fàyọ sá lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí l'Àbújá àwọn gidi kan gbọ́n lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wọ́n sì láwọn fẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ ré ìfàsẹ̀ fún security guard wọn bó ṣe ré ìfàsẹ̀ sí wọn báyìí tí wọ́n fẹ́ wọnú church ẹnì kan tó jẹ́ deacon ní pastor ṣe é lè fúnra ẹ̀sìn tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe ó ṣe sí aṣọ rẹ̀ sókè ọ̀kalẹ̀ ìgbànú nǹkan bẹ́ lára rẹ̀ ó sì ìkúrọ́ o ọlọ́run bá ń gbọ́ ìkúrọ́ o fídíò yẹn ń bẹ lọ́dọ̀ adínà bẹ́ẹ̀ni yẹn ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbólóhùn lásán gúdúgúdú abojú pẹrẹngẹdẹ àlùkòjú sọ̀rùn àbí tí babaláwo alẹ́bíyá ayé sí lọ ìṣekúṣe ọmọ ẹ̀ ló kù gbogbo yín oyin ọ̀tá yí pa oyin sì ta wọ́n ó sì ta wọ́n pa wọ́n máa ń béèrè yìí pé ìdí kìnnì tó ní ká máa gba Jésù gbọ́ ká máa gbàdúrà Jésù wọ́n wá sọ fáwọn èèyàn yìí pé tó bá yẹ gbàdúrà làgbà gbogbo owó ti kú ṣùgbọ́n ọgbọ́n àtinúwá àwọn bàbá wa ó ń bẹ tá a lè lò tá a fi lè sìkí ara wa bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ jẹ́ á ronú sí i ẹ má ẹ̀dì kó wa lómi ọbẹ̀ òní àdúgbò tèmi wá apẹtẹ ni wọ́n ń pè bẹ̀ kí n tó kú òun bẹ̀ wọ́n wá wọlé wọ́n wọlé wa lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta wọ́n balẹ̀ wa jẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta wọ́n wá ronú pé alákọ̀wé sẹ́wọ̀n pé ọrùn ọwọ́ lọ́gbọ́n alákọ̀wé wà àti ìmọ̀ ọgbà àdáyébá bàbá wọn tí wọ́n fi máa ń gbálẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi máa ń fọ tí wọ́n máa gbálẹ̀ tílé mọ́ àmọ́ èyí tí wọ́n fi máa wẹ̀ tílé mọ́ àmọ́ àwa ní kí la lè ṣe o àwa àpèrà wa àwọn ọmọ tí a lè yí àdúgbò wa ni wọ́n wà àwa ṣe data capturing fún environment wa ta ni ò níṣẹ́ ta ni ò ní school ta ni ò ní kó wọn àwa pè wọ́n àwa bá wọn ṣèpàdé ìwọ eléyìí ò níṣẹ́ ìwọ ò ní sùkúù a tún wá ṣe kíní kan ó ilẹ̀ àdúgbò wa o ọmọ san 1,000 naira fún ẹgbẹ́ wa 300 naira ní tiwa 700 naira ní tiyín ṣe rí bí ẹ ṣe pàtẹ́wọ́ nìyẹn o bọ́lá ò là ẹ ti máa kó gbàtẹ́ mọ́ àwọn ni wọ́n ń palẹ̀ ẹ̀gbin mọ́ àwọn ni wọ́n ń kó ẹ̀gbin lọ sí ibi tí wọ́n ń dà sí àwọn ni wọ́n sì tà á fún àwọn tó bá fẹ́ wá kó ntí ọ̀dà láyìíká àtàyídà wa ẹ jẹ́ á ronú sí ọ̀nà tá a bá ọ̀nà àbáyọ ọlọ́run rà lọ́wọ́ o ìlú Ọ̀wọ̀ ní bàjẹ́ o ẹ ṣé o.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ngada Bada Patewo, Professor Gokama. Ayobami is not just the practical professor. So I'm not really cool for 2 years. Professor Fashino. On do for ati ngo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn ìbọn mọ ogun tó Professor Fashino máa lọ. My Professor Fashina, and he has always been at the forefront advocacy of Damuti. Fiki mo wa baba yombege àwọn baba mi kábíyèsí mo roju wọn orin fi ti na ono kábíyèsí o dọ̀wọ́ yẹn o. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, may I proceed to inviting to present the first paper titled Community Policing and Engagement. And this presentation language Rotarian evangelist LP SPN Ondo State. Ebami Patewango. All our guest speakers will speak 2 minutes because I'll have moment for engagement starting from our KBSA. Rotarian Batibawa Wait, and thank you very much.
Without wasting much of your time, my heart for His Excellency, ably represented by the SSA Security. Likewise, the Imperial Majesty, Kabesi Olowo, one of his boys when Baba was still in the service. Talking and discussing, but I'm here to talk about community policing. I could remember those days. My father, being a retired policeman, has served in Owo and the environs. Things were so peaceful, blissful. Or what they do. Ẹ jẹ́ kí ká tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí Wikipedia ti sọ. A community is a social unit of a group of people. Socially significant characteristics such as place, set of norms, culture, religion, values, customs, and identity. Tábà wò lọ́wọ́ yìí, ẹ rí pé àpapọ̀ oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀yà yẹn ló wà ní ìlú Ọ̀wọ̀. A rí àwọn Ìgbìrà, a rí àwọn Hausawa, a rí àwọn alẹ́nu pé a rí ọmọ Ìgbìrà tó ti tó dẹ̀ ṣì ń gbé ń lu Ọ̀wọ̀. Ìjẹ́ tá a bá wá wò ó kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kí gbogbo wa táwa di ọmọ Hausa tí ò fẹ́ ríra wọn. Because when you are in the community, mostly you have to share sense of belonging. Bí Yorùbá ṣe sọ owó tí ẹ̀yà gbà, wọ́n ní ojú méjì ló máa ń bímọ. Máa ń wò ó. A community ó yẹ ká lápapọ̀. Injury to one supposed to be injury to all. A máa exchange ká máa gbóúnjẹ fúnra wa. Ṣùgbọ́n a rí pé lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí nǹkan ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́. Ǹjẹ́ àti ẹ̀ ti gbéra wa lélẹ̀ wò? What are the causes of? The speaker has said it. He said it. Olè ilé ló máa ń ṣílẹ̀kùn, ó lè ta láti wọlé. Kí tiẹ̀ ló ń fa èyí tí wọ́n tiẹ̀ fi ń hùwà ibi, ìwà ìjàmbá. Lákọ̀ọ́kọ́, I will put it this way. It's mostly because of gains. Orí ìlú kan, kábíyèsí wa kan wọ́n ní àwọn ọlọ́mọ olè olè ò kì í ṣọ́ọ̀tì o. Gbogbo nǹkan 1 million. Bó ta ń 2 naira kò ṣọ́ọ̀tì. If there's no financial gains, this banditry we are talking about, this kidnapping we are talking about, kò ní gbéra sọ. The statistic is showing over 2.3 trillion naira within couples of months. In every crime, there must be an opportunity. Àwọn olùkọ́ máa ń sọ wọ́n ló lebi tó lè ti jẹ̀bi wọ́n ní wọ́n náà ṣe gbé síbẹ̀. Because without an opportunity, olè ò ní jẹ́ yẹn. Because olè tá à ń sọ inú ọkàn ló wà. Tó bá ti rí nǹkan yẹn kò ní kú. Gold to there remain. I have to steal it. I have to steal that gold. So most of the times we create opportunities for crime to occur within our communities, and invariably we must look into this also. Causes of crime. There is a lot of high unemployment rate within the community. Ara ìwọ̀nṣẹ́ tí Ṣíàmà local government tiwa tó máa ṣe nìyẹn. Ẹlòmí ti graduate kò síṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe wọ́n kàn ń lọ káàkiri, and an idle hand is the workshop of the devil. People that are working, is the wages enough? No. Low wages most time causes a commitment of crime. And Kabiyesi, I want to say this. There must be a way to bring them back, bring their mind back. That's conflict resolutions. Some people, and it's okay if I will not be in this community, I will not give them peace of mind. Ààrẹ tó tún gbé ogun ja ìlú rẹ̀, ààrẹ tó tàjẹ̀ sílẹ̀ nílùú ẹ̀ just to punish some people. Mark that point. Conflicts, no matter how little, how small, try to reach out. It might be amongst the traditional rulers, the chiefs, members of the community. Please try to bring everybody back to the dialogue table. I want to talk about the roles of youth engagement. I could remember because I run a program on OSRC television, Security Watch. I'm the presenter and the producer. And there's one thing unique about my program. I bring heads of security agencies to the program, not the PROs. Because the PROs will try to polish situations. But the head of any agency, they will lay it. In one of our programs, the commander of NDLA then was an acting commander, Kalis. We were able to discuss a lot of things. 80% of crime commission, I think the NDLA too can bear witness to this, is being engineered by drugs abuse. That's why when you see a criminal is being caught, they're gentle, you see him. When the drugs are cleared from their face, you see them very quiet. I said, so this one can be a kidnapper. So this one can be a cultist. This one can be this. So the issue of drug abuse, I want the local government chairman to take it very serious. Try to partner with the NDLAs. There are a lot of flashpoints within the township. A lot of flashpoints. Let's disabuse the minds of our youth from illegal. Ṣé bìlú pé àwọn kan tún fa pàtì obìnrin ti lò wọ́n á sá ó máa gbẹ wọ́n á tún máa fà símú. Ǹjẹ́ mo kọ́ àwọn kan tí orí bọ́nú ṣáláńgá lọ́sàn-án gan tí ṣáláńgá yìí yóò máa mí just to be high. Many of the people you see along the road tó ti yà wèrè drug abuse ní gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ ní ogun ìdílé. Please, I will say this to our chairman, bring our youth together. Let's build capacity for the youth. Engage with people that can bring a lot of activities for the youth, because the youth are the largest population in most of the communities. Learn to be a welder. Some of them are ashamed to hear or to tell people that they are learning a trade. But you can see some of the universities now, entrepreneurship is a major thing. You are just in the university to come out with your certificate, your entrepreneurship. When you look at a organizer that is a graduate, you can see putting on his tie, doing his organizing job. People will be attracted. You forget Olotunde tie, making his millions. I used to know a organizer in Lagos some years back. It doesn't work in the daytime. When it is 6 o'clock, that's when this man will be resuming. I want to tell you, I want to be the island, Gogoka Kriben. Around Ogba, Sifakoni, you see with floodlight, your tower will be repaired even though it's 1 a.m. When it is 6 a.m., the man closes. Let's engage our youth and let's empower them. Also, in the intelligence community, without intelligence, no security agency that can perform optimally. Because we don't have much time, that's why you have the intelligence circle, which is starting with planning and direction. Planning towards a safe our community. And I'm sure today we'll have a direction where we are going. And I want to please organizers of this epoch program, at 50% of what we are going to agree here today, let 50% be implemented and we'll see the drastic positive result. Likewise, after the planning and direction of the intelligence information, but I see one thing with the police. Police are able to arrest you for giving false information. Please, I will plead with you, don't do that. Bring in all the information. You are promising some people Canada visa. You see them coming from outside the state. Before they were rescued, we are having about 30 of them. What it will be a month, 2 months, they didn't pay. And you know what the kidnappers were doing there? When they catch you, they will ask you to call another person. We are come along 1 million, 5 billion. Canada visa is ready. Please, you should be very, very careful about this. Please, I have this here expecting for car owner, very good information. Please, whenever you're driving your car, never park in the lonely or remote road. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ alábẹ́tọ̀ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ títì. Alábẹ́tọ̀ make sure pé you are closer to the next village or hamlet before you do that. Don't just park in an isolated area because you want to get yourself. Please avoid this all the time. Giving links to strangers. The road and even your car can be smashed away from you. Please have that in mind. And with your car, stop displaying valuables in the vehicle when you park. Because many of us are fond of people that keep your open policy. Before you know it, you will break the glass of that vehicle. Like that, you take it away. And when you are parking your vehicle in a public place, make sure your doors are securely locked. Please, please, and please, this is very important. Whenever you have a flat tire, I beg of you, it's better you spoil that anymore. Don't stop at that particular place. Keep moving to that flat tire. Don't stop in a remote place because of the tire, or you want to straight tire. Manage and move to a very good, open place, to a public place, where you be the full clear of everybody. And take this from me, please. Whenever you are driving on the highway, please don't it. When you feel the smoke package on the road, avoid it. That's orange might have been late with days once at a time. And by the time your tire is down, those are the dates, you don't see them. In my prepared speech here, I have some provide solutions I will not read out. I think this will be submitted to the planning committee. I believe God will help us. Thank you and God bless you.
Please, another round of applause for Evangelist Aki today. Thank you very much for that wonderful paper presentation. Your Excellency, distinguished royal fathers, permit me to invite our next paper presenter who is going to talk about the recent happening of the day. Kidnapping and ransom demand. The retired DSS director. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, please make welcome Chief Kule Ajanabu.
To gain concentration span, I want, as a teacher, in my 37 years of service, I worked as an instructor for 15. So the concentration span can reduce if you sit down for too long. So I want everybody to stand up for like 1 minute.
Thank you. Please, while we're doing that, please just to announce to us that immediately after this, there will be the interaction sessions with our KBAC. Please try to note the area pick to while we having the discussion. We have a fellow of National Security Institute, a retired director of PSS, a former special advisor on security and intelligence Lagos State, and the Olu of Okenisa Akure Kingdom. Please let's settle down as we read the next paper.
Yeah, please be seated. Please be seated. Silence. His Excellency, Deputy Representative, my brother, Chief Atima, SSA, I thank him for his very kind words. His Imperial Majesty, our Father, the Honorable, and our other KBACs. I'm so happy with the planning committee and the technical committee from the way the KBACs in Imperial Majesty has spoken. KBAC is a security analyst. So the committee should not be far from KBAC to draw from his wealth of experience. My Lord, the chairman of this event, who gave us a constitutional and legal perspective of the theme of today, the chairman, service commanders, and let me respectfully accord the existing protocol. Our level dedicated to in talking, in discussing kidnapping, from the way I've seen it, I was contacted just last week to put this together, and we have to boldly do so because of the respect we have for community security initiative. We seem to be talking about kidnapping as an isolated crime. But from the way it is unveiling, you cannot treat the thing of kidnapping in isolation. Because there are other associated crimes with kidnapping. And kidnapping itself is associated with other crimes, like terrorism. People are speaking here. That was an act of terror. And all are interrelated. So in approaching this paper, I'm going to clarify the nexus between kidnapping, terrorism, and terrorism financing. Because gbogbo ẹ̀rọ lọ papọ̀. Àwọn tó ń díyàn pé ìmí nítorí owó ìdá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nítorí pé wọ́n gbowó nìkan. But àwọn míì díyàn pé táwọn ọ̀nà wọ́n fi sponsor terrorism. Wọ́n fi sponsor terrorism up to Sudan, up to the Sahel. Because Al-Qaeda àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń ṣe terrorism in the Sahel, they have a Central African Command, and they rely on proceeds of kidnapping to sustain terrorist network. And so attractive to our population and criminals. It is a national question. Is it because of unemployment? We can say no. Is it because of poverty? We can say yes. But we need to interrogate so that when the planners, when the technical committee is putting together the paper and their plan, they should also start to have in mind interrogate certain things about our youth, about poverty, about unemployment. I'm going to clarify one or two issues. And that is terrorism and terrorism kidnapping.
Terrorism and terrorism kidnapping.
But there is no universal definition of terrorism. But for us, in the security sector and the intelligence community, we have put together the conditions as proposed by African Union, ECOWAS, and the Nigerian intelligence community to describe terrorism as the condition and components. It is the manifestation of extreme violence by some national groups or non-state actors. That is one leg. Two, it is always without humanitarian restraints or consideration. That is two. Three, look at. They continue to buy food. They get arms. So to sustain that involves, and so for us as a community, Owo, what we have to do is the will. There must first and foremost be the will, and the will starts from this summit. Tá a bá ready, ká má ṣe, because this is the first stage. Somebody was talking about, my bro was talking about intelligence circle. It goes beyond the intelligence circle. What we are doing today is just the first stage. We are going to do selection of people. You are going to do training. You are going to select a model of what you are going to discuss further. It doesn't end here. Owo is a major gateway, just like the cabinet observed, to two major geopolitical zones, and the south, Kogi and Edo states. The huge forest assets, àwọn igbó reserve tó jẹ́ pé ọwọ́ ìjọba gan ò bẹ́ẹ̀ ká, ọwọ́ ìlú gan ò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ ká, títí dé Òfosùn, títí dé Àlẹ́fòsàn, títí dé Ọ̀kadà. Tẹ́ bá gba Ọ̀wọ́n bí wọlé, ẹ̀ já sí, tẹ́ bá gba kíní wọlé Àrèmọ̀gìjà Ute, ẹ̀ já sí gbogbo ọ̀hún yẹn. So we have transversed all those areas to do survey. There are so much ungoverned spaces. Kidnapping is more prevalent in our axis due to the large expanse of uncultivated forest, of link roads, especially along Owo Akumba, Ikpele, major routes to Abuja through Okene, I want to appeal to His Imperial Majesty and other Obas in Ondo State. While our president is doing the best for this country in terms of Calabar, Lagos Road, Sokoto, Badagry Road, to simplify transport, to improve security, I continue to say that the West-North Road, the West-North to Akure, to Ikpele, to Kaba, that is supposed to be our Northwest Road, just like we have East-West Road to Abuja. There is another Ibadan, Oyo. That is, but this one for the core Southwest, if we appeal to our president and they draw his attention to it, the diverting to meandering through Akuba, Akunu, all this corner, Ebilo. If you have a direct route from those days, when we are young officers, we used to have Kaba for 45 minutes from Ikpele when the road was good. So if it is dualized and linked to this express that is coming, it will eliminate so many crimes. That's just by digression. Other flashpoints, thick forests, by Akoko West, Akoko, Akunu, Ayono, Shagari, Utelu, Sabo villages in Iyere, Elegbeka forest, Ilu Alayere up to Owo, Akure Ikere, and the forest linking Ijuta Agbo to Emure in Owo, Ose local government. These are flashpoints that these kidnappers parade freely. So the technical committee should take note of the flashpoints, the area of coverage, how they will deploy. If you set up a security unit and they are not properly strategic deployment, manifestation patterns, we know without some of the people that have been kidnapped and taken to court are Fulani of extraction, gunmen, and interrogation of most of them reveal that they are not original Nigerians. It's true that most of them are not Nigerians. They are not Nigerians. They are migrants who, by our friendly policy of Nigeria, border policy, open door policy, find their ways into this Fulani Nigerian like that would be so wicked. Like many people used to say, even in Jos where I serve, they were contiguous communities, but all this started about arrest and interrogate, not Nigerians, and so illegal roadblocks, luring, and all that. But I will go briefly now to the predisposing factors. Àwọn nǹkan wo ló ń gbé kidnapping lárugẹ tó ń jẹ́ pé ó kọ̀ọ̀kan kò lọ. 22 or 24, but I will just pick few ones. 1, lack of preventive security liaison. This is preventive security liaison. I want to address the chairman directly on this. This is one of the things that the new initiative that is coming up, we have to tell them, we have to teach them. Is the process the chairman of the local government and the traditional institution and whatever structure that we have to keep interacting with security agencies. There must be no gap. There must be no. Service commanders are here. For you, even various are here. Police, civil defense, and Amotek. Preventing security liaison is key. If there's no liaison between you and the community, you have to keep on talking. When I do teach liaison goes beyond the office. Paramount ruler, Bongwom of Jos, Adobairo of Kano, where we work, Oba of Lagos, they will initiate social interaction. All the security forces. Then youth leader and some chiefs. That is liaison. There you discuss freely, you take notes. It goes beyond meet me in the office. That's why we have PPRC. That is why we have officers' mess. That's the purpose of officers' mess introduced by the British. I knew one other commander who became there. I don't know whether that mess still exists. Let us revitalize it. In all zonal areas, zona, Owo, Ikare, Ore, Ondo. Coordinating leadership. For the technical committee, they should talk of coordinating leadership. A leader must emerge to drive the process. Thank God, the KBC is deep in analyzing predisposing factors. Yes. Let us have the coordinating leadership. Funding. The committee chairman spoke of security trust, security summit of Ondo State. We have to be a presenter. I came from Lagos when I was special advisor with the security trust fund to come and give us the law and let us establish the trust fund in Ondo State. But there is nothing wrong if a kingdom, a community has its own. A community can have their own trust fund to which all the countries will subscribe. Where? There are so many. Then security outfit that we want to set, let us do the model. Civil task force, Maduguri, there has to be a design that is. Then the Owo Kingdom, from what I've seen, can have duty incident. Every from anywhere should first come to that incident commander on duty. Everything should be recorded from every angle. Please give me 3 months. Yeah, that was this one, let them know, let the criminals know that we have this center. Deterrence. They should know a bit of what we want to do now. So they begin to know. I've been told that I feel, know what to classify and what not to say, but that one, everybody come and be phoning to that. Police, everybody will have rep there. Let's, and of course, the point of technical. Then you can without the briefing. What is the briefing? We'll give you one scenario and I will round up. You must ask questions from victims for you to create an event. You must ask questions. Where were you kept? What did you eat? Where we were able to trace criminal adults through pure water. We were able to trace adults through the briefing. When they kidnapped, they called me with a cloth. I know for 5 minutes. After 3 minutes, they come back. We were drawing it. We were drawing it. That was around the airport. And then in the morning, we used to hear children sing enough. We just, when we drew, we just went to us. And the briefing, you have to, it helps you to keep track and know the pattern and able to analyze everything that you have to do. The briefing, these are the things that we will teach some of the operatives. They will first debrief before the handover to the conventional security agencies. That's die threats. Israel and it has not. So you have to keep on managing it. So what you want to do now is come together, containment, implementable containment. You need the will, you need the money, you need the trust, you need the cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief General. And get Pepanes. Right? I've heard diaries, Kabati, will take comments and responses beginning from Ongobawa way, but control. So Mama fi Kabia and Jonas said, go by Jeff your bass on Joe listening, oh the year did but me but we can actually interact. When I was determined to fund the project, I was and when history at your operation he came institutionalized education that revolved and revolutionized the entire African continent, the history. So activity against insecurity today. So one house. Award Anase, while I invite the prestigious University's cultural troupe to quickly entertain us just for 5 minutes. In the meantime, my friend, brother, Adimeji, will recognize and welcome him for guests. But for me, former Moking, thank you very much. God bless you, sir. Please, yes, sir.
Have the presence of the essay to the governor on emergency response, Honorable President Oriade Adebawo, the Commander Olaniyan, the Sharp Corps, the military chaplain, we also have the chairman of Murtala's Venerable Assembly led by Olaposi Experience, represented by Alhaji Akeem Olaniyan. You're welcome.
Ara yóò dán kẹta o. Uleleye ẹjọ́ uleleye. Uleleye ẹjọ́ uleleye. Ní ara yóò dán ẹ̀dẹ̀kẹ̀. Àti ẹ̀ máa lo ẹ̀. Ẹ̀ máa máa gbé. Àìbá láyé mi àìyé ẹjọ́ dánẹ́dẹ̀kẹta o wùlélẹ́yẹ mo fi ìbà ní ìbàlá ìbátọ́lá ìkìyé jomi yeyeye bí mo ti bá nígbà àmọ́ sẹ́ o bàmọ́ lọ́rọ̀ mo máa kẹ́ o. Òpin pamá òsèrèrè sọ́màsẹ̀ òsèrèrè sọ́màsẹ̀ dùkájọ́ ọ̀rẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ ǹdákájọ́ kẹyọ́ àkàpà o ùlélẹ́yẹ ẹjọ́ ùlélẹ́yẹ ẹjọ́ ùlélẹ́yẹ ní ara yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ o ùlélẹ́yẹ kìíyẹn o èrò yóò jòkó ní èèmọ́ pàkí. Èrò yóò jókòó ló rága ẹ wá ẹ̀rán tó ìlọ́wọ̀ yìí ó dáwọ́ ọlọ́run dá sí i àgbààgbà gédé ẹ̀ bá wá dá sí i èèmọ̀ àbí o mọ́ kíyẹn o mo kíyẹn o èrò yóò jọ àyíra màmá àdúrà náà màmá àdúrà náà àyíra màmá àdúrà náà ewé wò àyíra màmá àdúrà náà ìwọ̀ yìí ó dáwọ́ wá dédé jẹun gbẹ́dà màmá jọ ọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ àdúrà náà. Ní kùsè o. ọ̀dọ́mọlúdà mọ́ màá ká oko fowó ọlá. àgbààgbà yóò jókòó mo kíyẹn o. bàmọ̀ tápọ̀ mo máa kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́. bàbá wáìtì mo kẹ́kẹ́ o. wọ́n papọ̀ kó àchífàsì ìwé gbàgbé wa. pàmádé nẹ́gà o mo yà kẹ́ o. yèmí ìyá lọ́jà mo kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́. ayaba mi táyọ̀ rẹ́ẹ̀dì mo máa kẹ́ o. àdámà ìgbìmọ̀ ìjàdá yàdọ̀ ọdọ mẹ́wàá wo mú pa mí o ibọ̀ títí rán ó ní ọjà ní o ó ní ọjà ní o mo kẹ̀kẹ́ ọjà ní o máa dé ó ní ọjà ní o. Iyọ̀ máa jò wà láwù, owó kíkẹ́ jò wà lẹ́ẹ̀ o. Ojo ọdún ọ̀sùn o. Àwọn ará o. Ọ̀bẹ bọ́ máa ra. Aláàjì mo kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́kẹ́. Ọkọ alájà o dúdú yóò mọ̀ yé. Òjò sẹ̀kẹ́lẹ́dí mi mú tèmi bá ọmọ ire. Ọtún náà sí ibùsùn yóò fi káwọn màmá pàyàwó. Jọ̀wọ́ dúdú ẹjọ́.
Thank you very much. Hang on,
Pé òun yà jọ̀fọ̀ màmá gbé o. Fọ̀ má gbà.
Thank you.
Ẹ má gbàgbé o.
Thank you
Yà
very
jọ̀fọ̀
much.
ẹ má gbàgbé o. Yà jọ̀fọ̀ ẹ má gbàgbé o.
Ètò olùbọ̀ bẹ̀bẹ̀ lẹ́jẹ̀ ń yá jọ̀fọ̀ gbàgbé o. Very much. Ìgéni torí fi pàtàkì ọlọ́run má dọ̀ngàn kidnapper gbé wa o. Ṣé ẹ̀gbọ́n máa fi kápẹ́lú ọjọ́ méjì náà yìí dámúká profile solution ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ́jú mẹ́rù inú gbàngàn kidnapper o. Ọlọ́run ní dájọ́ ẹ̀. Onùkú wa kan yóò wá ojógun sẹ́ngbà mí pé àti ẹ̀ mọ́mọ́yé náà dá ọlọ́run torí fi ká máa láti pẹ̀rẹ̀ ṣẹ́kẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yìí nágbára. Ó lẹ́yìn kí ọmọ guest speaker wá ti rí sí very very particularly in respect to the behaviours of our community and the activities of Ọ̀gbìn ayé. So ó ṣe pàtàkì kí ọ̀ngọ̀ ọba wa dọ̀ngọ̀ ní gbólóhùn yìí wọ́n dá sí. So màá kọ́kọ́ ọ̀ngọ̀ kábíyèsí program party a guest engineer Lekan Akanni CEO JFX South Africa abawa via Zoom so a linking up then lẹ́yìn òun Professor Taiwo Adenegan ọ̀ngàn náà abawa ewu ní orí bẹ́ẹ̀ni àti àkànbá ti cultism and youth radicalization adjustment méjì ní òun wá fi dá mọ́tò ọ̀wọ̀n ènìyàn wá tí as it is now máa mú tọ̀rọ̀tọ̀rọ̀ máa mú túṣọ̀túṣọ̀ kẹsí bàmí ènìyàn dọ́kítọ̀ tọ́lá ìbàmí ọlọ́fùṣọ̀ ọ̀pá bá wà.
For the chairman, the host, the chairman of our eminent on the high table. Moderator will be the first time something will be happening. But brainstorming on issues in our local government. And I think I want to appreciate the committee for this lofty idea. And let me quickly go to some of the areas. And this is a community issue. And we must be able to this summit how to address it. That area, I want this as director. I want the foreign man. I'm referring to the sabos. I think the high time has come for us to profile that are living. We are talking about EU. I am not surprised today. Now it is possible we have an information down with us. Then, yeah. And back home, we also have those people. Informant. So it will be necessary as a kind of suggestion that profile must be carried out in some of the samples that we have in our. I want to appreciate the representing the commissioner of police. Yes. Talking about their gathering, but most of the happening in our various communities, and that's what on the EU. Even they can't at rate, so they were arrested. We don't get the feedback. The community, the cabinet doesn't even get the feedback, and at the end of the day, most of the information we divert. Some of the men, I'm not the low officer, come back to that same community that said that it is cabinet that said they should come and carry out the operation. So it shows that life is at risk. And I want to appreciate the police on the area of Department of Drone. We are referring to, we are putting some of these flat points. It is important we send those drones for those areas that this thing are happening, not at the metropolitan town. In the community, and I'm glad that is happening in me. Ogbese, they kidnap the parents of Ogbese, and I want to appreciate our artists here. Kidnapping happening through Emure, Amri to Juazis, but it normally happens through Ogbese when they want to pay ransom. And let me start an example quickly so that the question of people can take note. One thing, on Thursday, a couple were kidnapped of 60 to 75, husband and wife, coming from farm in the evening. They were kidnapped because of their age, level of education. They don't have any contact. They released the woman, the wife of that man, and a phone. The family started millions of naira to the ransom. They put inside a black barcode bag. Unfortunately, that guy went to Ogbese. Friends have been released. He went to Ogbese. came fully back, backward back in one of the push-up outside that we have referring to, and he parked a lot of vehicles on it, and silently now park his motorcycle, monitor the guy. I'm talking about what happened today in August, and he now took him to study the guy. The guy took that money and threw it to a POS man in around that total area. The guy now went there and now grabbed the Hausa guy, either Hausa or Fulani. Nobody can identify his identity. From there, that guy came out with a knife. In that area, the other Hausas in that area, they descended on that. And at the end of the day, the Amoteco, but they should resolve their issues. The police should allow them to do their work. But most of the time we have a problem, we don't know who to give information, either or police. And right now, talking, the boy, I think the suspect is in the anti-kidnapping unit, and that might be, you might not know what, and we are the one giving them the information. And in another way, I want to say, our local hunters, they must be motivated, they must be encouraged, they must be sponsored, they must be empowered to do. Or any officer will be transferred to a community. After 6 months or 7 months, will be transferred out. I go soldier corps. But I tell you, the hunters, so they have to encourage them. Our balance, they know how to do these things, and they have no option than to collaborate with the security agencies. The police are doing, they are trying, but they still need an internal mechanism. Architecture we are talking about concerning this. Yes, I want to quickly say this. The late governor of blessed memory. The law is not working, it's not functioning. No implementation. The should graze the cow a particular time, but when you look at in our communities and forest, those kidnappers we are talking about, they make use of those taboos when they are taking. The grazing law is not working, and we just have to make it work. The robbers must be carried along. The local villagers must be carried along. That area, believe we will have a total reduction in the issue of this kidnapping we are referring to. And finally, sir, I look at the pamphlet and the program. I just want to plead as a kind of suggestion. Be an implementation any committee being set up. When I look at it, there's nobody from show. Talking about the source sharing and to fund. I might not be able to be that job. The committee should be set up. So all the community must be fully represented in this committee we are talking about, so that we'll be able to have safe and grassroots information pertaining. So thank you. I want to appreciate all our security agencies. I thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Many committee I want to take note. But for clarification, your royal represented on the committee by Professor Fatukasi, Board of Emure Extraction. But so I want to feed them mabino fi ucho egune ayo kefe ko wa so gbodo ko ucho megwasi baba agbe pali long quickly proceed microphone to His Royal Majesty Oba Dr. Motunde Alaba Ibiyomi Ada President and the Emir of Irawo.
Your Majesty, sir, the chairman of the local government, host, thank you, sir. Kabisi, all the Kabisis are here. I greet all the security agencies that are here.
first of all, I want to thank him for putting up this summit. Very, very, very good. I mean, to secure Owo and its environs, because we've been facing so much challenges in our local government. Thank you for putting up the board. I want you to know one thing. It takes concerted effort to come together with strategy or some strategies to achieve this what we want to achieve today. And it also takes concerted effort to also have a safety environment today, and also resilience that we are talking about here. And what do I mean? Effort. I mean there should be serious synergy between the team of security agencies and the travelers. Very, very important. You can be the we are so do this relationship between you or any committee and the national institution, the obas in each community. So the information is important as well. Of recent we had about 2 different issues of kidnapping in Ire. It's all over. Unfortunately, because Ire is the most peaceful community in the whole world that I know. It's unfortunate that this is coming. When we saw somebody, our hunters, they caught a woman that claimed to be a mad woman. Okay, they took a Motekun office. But to be in all modesty and without being egocentric about anything, I want to appreciate the Motekuns. I want to appreciate them. All of them. They are always there for us. So we got, but Amotekun did not see what we saw in that. They told our woman, we now approached the police. Police also gave us the same thing, that we should come and carry our mad woman away. Approach the DSS. DSS, thank you and God bless you. They took this matter upon themselves and they took this woman to Akure. They started investigation. You find that a mad woman that claimed to be a mad woman has over 15 ATM cards with her. The day I said that, I thought if you see her, can testify. She's still in Akure now with them. She has 5 different SIM cards. You can wear about 4 different other wares that you don't know. So when we're trying to get her, she quickly removed a SIM card. And they started investigation. And eventually, we got some people that partners with that woman in that same area. So you can imagine if we had listened to Amotekun or the police had sent us away with that woman, that would have lost. Information is important. Just like one of the speakers said there. But information is information. They can't be fire. So please, it's important. I want to beg. And from the security to all of us. But Yoruba says, the complainants, they come into the palace. Kabe says, she okay that you. 3,000. For it. For them to encourage them. They are talking about court affidavit, whatever. They said 3,000. They ran to the palace to please appeal to the chairman of and his team. I already told them yesterday, I said, okay, I will talk with the chairman and see what we can do about it. If nothing they can do about it, Coach anyhow will raise the money and pay, because we must not let them go. We need them in our community. So I appreciate you, sir. So, and I want to finally
to appeal to you people. That synergy that I'm talking about between the government and the local government. Like before this issue of insecurity, insurgency came on board, I think I granted one interview in Abuja 7 years ago. I said, whether we like it or not, the traditional Oba's institution cannot be security. Try to see how you can shake that environment. I know whom I'm going to call. I know who to go send to the bush. To this few days, the Abala started the hunters. They have given us about 4 where they've given us the areas. But I will communicate with the team and the security this thing. You people important. So once again, I want to appreciate you for putting up this program, my chairman and your team. Along, I know the deliberation through result by the grace of God. Thank you.
Lord, may you be your Royal Majesty. Thank you very much. And I can see His Royal Majesty. I do me a piece of Gumbala shade second. Yes, you.
Kábíyèsí ọlọ́wọ́ tọ̀wọ̀. Good job, sir. Gede òpó yẹn high table bẹ́ẹ̀. The chairman of the local government agreed. Ọjọ́ yẹn wọ́n wá mú wọ́n fọ camion náà wọ́n yá wọ́n fọ wọ́n fi summit if I take 3 months. Ó fún wọn dìde wá fi wọ́n náà fọ yìí 3 months wọ́n má bàjẹ́ yẹ wọ́n fi 1 month. Ó fi kábíyèsí kúrò wọ́n hà di 1 man decision bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe rẹ̀. But thank God and thank you. Before that 1 month. We are going to achieve 2 things will matter. 1, how we get a chance saying all aspect of because we don't even know, we can't tell who is who here. Can't tell. Of the details, we must not and we can't afford to discuss it. Otherwise, okay to passionately plead with the security agencies, particularly on Ọlọ́pàá and Kafi of Ọlọ́pàá. We need your cooperation. Without your cooperation, I'm not sure we can do it. You must be ready to work to assist us, because there are certain things if we do or set up security network beautiful. That is where the problem starts. They are handed over to you. We come back to check on the people we hand over to you. The next thing will be at where we go to please assist us very. I will continue to say this till you find a solution. We recovered 2 telephones. The police. As a matter of fact, I can tell you, so please, We need your assistance. We need your solid cooperation. Edadabo. I will also say this. I want to greatest chalk. Oh, it need a tell to my greatest chalk. Matone. I got it. I'm going to park here. See police station. Park here. See you. So, what do we do from all these things? Please assist us. Ẹ̀yin akadẹ kan nígbà sí ìpẹ̀mẹ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí, I told them that truth fi ibọ̀ fọ́tò yìí. Yes, please. The solution is more spiritual than physical. That is the truth. Ọgbà títíró ó yẹ dóògùn gbè náà dìkan. Àtàbọ̀mọ́wọ́ ògùn gbè. So these people, where they are going, we should also. That is the bitter truth. And religious leader you have to check yourself, because something happened. So easy. Abana yóò yá mú abana síbẹ̀ yóò ti tọ́ ọlọ́run ẹni sọ́jìn ètò ọlọ́run ó ta abana náà ṣẹ́bù wọ́n ó tà á. So how will you just come to a community ìsọjí ẹ̀ so títí mo mú àmújẹlẹ̀ ẹsẹ̀ náà then the national rulers please ibò fọ́ tó yìí ẹni bí àjọ ọ̀chaka ẹni bí àjọ òchoko dúdú òchoko. You see, ọ̀chaka choko most of us by being ẹ̀ẹ́sù ọ̀sán kébà dàlẹ́ wí dé olúfàyà dáhẹ́ kébé àmúdàbọ̀ dójúmọ́ àgbà sí mọ́ṣáláṣí yá. Yes, it's good, but at the same time udalu Mrs. Mahmood wẹ́ẹ̀ máa kọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ sálẹ̀ tó bù etí máa ń yọ ọmú dáa ajá ìnáwó yọ wọn bá wá mú tèsí alẹ́ náà anointing oil not at all. Bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́ẹ̀tì yàn tú ó náà ń rọ wọn mú dáa so kaba ti deviate mi máa wá ṣe ìwé ẹdún ìṣèlú yàrá ibẹ̀ náà ti rí o. So please try to go back to the basics. Ọlọ́wọ́ ọwọ́ fọkàn èyí ẹ̀ náà mọ́tò sí máa ń tún kan ẹ̀ àmọ́ tìbílẹ̀ yóò yé mi. Èmi náà mi máa ń tún kan àmọ́ òdì náà yóò yé mi. So let us be very very active. Èsì orí ọ̀gbìn ṣàlẹ́ náà òun ìwé ìkábíyèsí ọlọ́wọ́ mo ti wé àárọ̀ wọn bá wa. There is no inch balẹ̀ ọ̀pànà yóò tà ní Fúlàní o, not an inch èsì o, not an inch. Fact yes ọ̀wọ́n gbó òpẹ̀mẹ̀rẹ̀ Fúlàní, that's a fact. Now confronted with this kind of situation ní tèmi ọgbọ́n òdìdí tèmi we have two options. We pick one. The two options. Do we say okay fine àwọn tí ń gbé ọmọ Nàìjíríà ọ̀wọ́n ẹ̀rẹ̀ jòkó then we set out rules and conditions. Anẹ́sùn dọ́ọ̀dì ya pópó tán lẹ́nu náà so we sit down and talk that or we say okay based on gédé òye ṣẹlẹ̀ àdìfẹ́ rí yẹn. Ọ̀wọ́n àgbà Ìfàtáì àti Fákúnlé wọn kàn máa pa wọ́n pọ̀. Kí Fákúnlé bí àjọ̀dúnfá àpàgbò, Ìfàtáì bí àtìléyà àpàgbò, àpò pa wọ́n pọ̀. That is that of the options we take chance our security. We don't want carry. We must be prepared for the backlash. Káfẹ́ fi ókè gbogbo àpapọ̀ gbọdọ̀ káwọn bẹ́ẹ̀. So hence this security network or outfit. But again, bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n bá mi gẹ́gẹ́ ó ti wé sẹ́yìn. Ọmọ àyà káwọ́ wọn lọ́dà wa ọba mà nípa òòrùn. Ẹ̀nẹ́wí ẹ̀ ọtí wé sẹ́yìn fi most of the criminals ojú àṣẹ̀ràn àkàdé wọn. But àwa ní kí ó God bless you.
Mo máa fi ọ̀fọ̀ ní etí ó ti tójú ẹ̀ po so ifá ti fọ̀. Thank you very much, sir. Gẹ́gẹ́ ọ̀fọ̀ wọn àgbàlagbà náà yọ máa wé bẹ́yìí will be recorded to the committees for proper documentation. Ẹ̀gẹ́dàbọ̀ máa ké sí Bami, my Lord Bishop Famuagun of the New Church Cathedral, who has I want to signify as he don't pass a comment just for 2 minutes. My Lord Bishop, thank you very much, sir.
I insist. Kábíyèsí, all the elders and of me stand by security. Action being taken to be safe. That is number one. Number two, my appeal will go to the senators or whoever is in a position to enact law to equip the Amotekun other community security outfits láti jẹ́ kí wọ́n ní arms tó jẹ́ pé ó wà sophisticated tó lè fi máa kojú àwọn people wa. Then màá tún lọ gbogbo wa lóró pé ìjọba nìkan for the security. I will not get that idea. In the Bible, wọ́n ní àwọn ènìyàn mi ṣègbé nítorí pé wọn ò ní ìmọ̀. It's my responsibility and it is yours to see that we are safe. We have to be our brother's keeper. That is why I'm appealing to all of us. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká jà. Ó ní tọkọtaya ti lè wà nílé. Kó má kíra wọn. Báwo ni èmi àti ẹ̀yin ṣe àdúgbò ká má kíra wa? Tó bá tó ní nǹkan tó happen, kí lẹ rò pé mo lè ṣe? Tí n bá kí ẹ tó bá tàbí tí ó bá kí mi bá dáhùn. Tí nǹkan kan bá tẹ̀lẹ̀, oníkálukú á gbójú ẹ̀, Olúwa wà pẹ̀lú wa. Inú mi dùn fún ìlú Ọ̀wọ̀. Decided kò kárí then eléyìí tí wọ́n lè jẹ́ pé wọ́n ṣe most of it ní kò wà function. Màá dẹ̀ wá àti ìjọba tàbí whoever is responsible for that solar street light láti rí i pé ó kárí kọ̀rọ̀kọ́ndù Ọ̀wọ̀ àti àgbègbè ẹ̀. Lastly, My appeal goes to an individual to cooperate with their neighbors, as I have said. Then, I really appreciate our amiable government chairman and others who organized this seminar. Inú mi dùn pé irú nǹkan báyìí wáyé, mi dẹ̀ ní fẹ́ kí eléyìí jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ tí àbí àṣegbìn. Màá sọ pé kí ó wà continuous títí di ìgbà tí àwọn.
Adupesa, thank you very much. And also Bishop, going forward, ladies and gentlemen, Makese Chairman of the Planning Committee on a very, very important update. So I'm about to pass here. We will resume back to the next key presentation for another 10 minutes.
Well, thank you very much. Please to make this important information. We already have a security trust fund account, which was opened, I think, on Friday. It has been registered. But the information is this. I want each and every one of us to know that we are not carried out documentation, no to that account. We want to engage all our leaders in the community, men and women, that will form themselves into a committee that will manage the fund. That has not been done, but we are going to do that. So it is important that let each and every one of us to know that, and yes, that has been open, no signatory to that account yet. The decision is going to be jointly be the committee's decision. So we have to, and the secretary, I want us to display the account details for each and every one of us to set a day aside for the launching. But we cannot wait until that time. If somebody has asked for the account, Senator Ipishagba even drop 2 million to that. People are eager and they are willing to fund this account so that we can overcome these security challenges. So yes, our local government security trust fund account. So this is the account number, open with the Polaris. But just like I said, the account is there, no signatory. Olumolawa is not the signatory to the account. Omolaya is not the signatory to the account. Our cabinet, our leaders are going to decide those that will manage the fund and help us in Jesus' name. So, as much as we have not, they are sitting down to start transferring money to the account. And to do that, please, we have a phone number, a WhatsApp phone number, 0803690. It will be displayed to 5869. Professor Taiwo Adenegan. So immediately you may notify him through this phone number. That is it. Oh.
Check 1 2. Okay. Àǹfààní àwáyé mama gbọ́ ọ̀chọ́gbó yẹ̀yẹ́ bàbá fọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ local government security trust of account ọtí nẹ́ẹ̀. show ojú screen yẹn Polaris Bank. Àwọn dẹ̀ ti di fi agbagba rọ̀ àtọ̀wọ́n bá wa ọba ọ̀wọ́n apárapọ̀ yọ̀wọ́n kọ́ ẹni yìí a manage ego náà síbẹ̀ so ayé àní ìgbàgbọ́ fi ego náà is safe and secured. Àwọn dẹ̀ di fi senator ìpínṣẹ́ àgbà ti gbé 2 million síbẹ̀ ẹ̀wọ́n máa fi aṣíwájú gèdè senator ọ̀wọ́n so iná ẹ̀ ó ti mọ bí ètò ètùyànjọ rẹ̀ rìn dọ́gbìn o first phase ó kẹ̀kẹ́rẹ́ first phase àbí baba ló. Our war for lórí intelligence gathering and sharing ó dẹ̀ wá kí kọ̀bẹ́ war for security all over. Òwàwà àka act locally òun ọ̀ngọ̀ báwa wé dẹ́nẹ́nẹ́ kó gbàdín sóde. So engineer Lekan Akande GFX Multimedia South Africa he has joined us via Zoom. Your Excellencies and Your Royal Majesties, this program our follow security engagement all over the world, all Lomago in diaspora. They are they are following indebted to the contribution. Hello, Dr. Lekan. Can you hear me? And if you do, would you proceed with your presentation just for 10 minutes? Thank you. We sent greetings from Nigeria to our local government. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Your Excellencies, distinguished our fathers, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols I have observed. I'm going to quickly speak on intelligence gathering. As we've all heard before, this can actually be broken down into 4 aspects. Firstly, we have the community-based intelligence. With the community-based intelligence, will do with engagement through town hall meetings, market association, and most especially with the religious groups, so that we can interaction to get information and they can work with the local traders, the transport potential, the data riders, and even with the business groups so that they can actually gather information. I'm sure some of the previous speakers are actually taking note of some of the information. Let me just quickly rush and go into the information sharing panel. Like one of the previous speakers spoke about talking about the affecting and the police not sharing information together. That can actually create a problem. So the law enforcement agency need to have a specific way and do a kind of inter-agency collaboration, whereby what information gotten from the aspect will be shared with the other. Then, from my information gathering, one of the things that I'm actually looking at again, some of the flash zones, some of the crimes, abortion, insecurity, I looked at it on map and it actually looks like most of those places are actually dense forests, maybe with large forests. So, the very easiest way to solve and solve this problem is actually investing in technologies. If you don't have the latest technology, there is no way you can actually get rid of all of it. What I actually want to talk about then, surveillances, especially at the points and exit points. I'm talking about cameras that have thermal imaging, infrared facility that can be able to identify plane numbers, and as well determine the movement of the vehicle. So with all of this data has been collected. So let's say for example, at the entry point so called the vehicle passing through the plane is recorded in data. The color of the vehicle and the direction at which it is moving towards. So those are all of this information that whenever there is need for it, we can actually go over and look at all of this information and actually identify who the culprits are. Secondly, we look at an eye in the sky. I'm talking about having drones. Drones that can actually zoom in, you know. After down the forest, if we have drones with an AI capability that can actually record. You know, I'm talking about drones that have autonomous flying technology. So a geomap is set, highlight apart, it highlights the road that is certain area. Let's say at a very different intervals, let's say every 10 minutes. It collects data, and the data is now being correlated. Then it can actually tell us if there's any changes by comparing the data that was collected earlier and the one that was collected. Then it can now give us information about, when I look at this area, this is what this is now collected. So now we need to have a command center, as one of the speakers actually said earlier. So this command center, that is where we're going to be our information center. So all the data that has been collected, the flight paths, the data that has been collected, will actually be sent into that command center. So with that command center, we can actually get our main number. The drone have collected the data and geolocation, the exact location, so that it will be easy. We don't have to waste time on necessary watering and area. But once we have all this infrastructure in place, it's going to be very easy for us to be able to curb this insecurity that is happening in all. So by us investing in technology, I think we'll be able to solve this problem. Before Okay. And with the enhancements of which to set up, I think at the end of time, we should have the latest technology will be used whereby we actually collect data let's say for example, the drivers, the vehicle, so that entry points, their data should be collected biometric. So we can have camera just to show where the driver passes, their facial and their big number and the recorded. So we have all of this, and we can also have an handheld X-ray imager. You don't need to into the car. Scan through the vehicle, whatever that is concealed, if there's any concealment with the weapon, ammunition, it will be picked up immediately. And those can go at the entry point. And the driver actually moving or exiting the system. So with all of this, I believe we'll be able to solve all these insecurity. Then another thing again, we should also take cyber security and digital monitoring seriously. Look at some of this take place on arrests, maybe in a WhatsApp group
Yeah, thank you very much, Engineer from actually from South Africa. So quickly, we want to invite Professor Bani Fashino for 2 minutes response. Wow, Dr. Motosho, Salim, Notice and Ambassador Wario Bigger.
That are well seated here. Let me say, and the chairman of the local government, I spoke to you about a week plus ago, and you did articulate your reason for not structuring me into the major presentation that it was not deliberate or didn't know. But I also thank God that the keynote. We're fortunate that some of our efforts are not recognized. I met with the KDC many years ago, and I told him about my appliance to national security via the Nigerian Hunter and Forest Security Service. The Senate has now changed our name to Nigerian Forest Security Service. I'm the Deputy Commander. Usually, I'm being invited to the South, to the
Southeast, North Central, Northeast. Even invited by the Nigerian Army. This is one of my lectures published as monograph by the Nigerian Security. And I'm here, a chief and highly devoted. I love my town with passion. the culture, I know the terrains. Set up. 10,000. Security. And security. I know. Sure. About a week ago, one of our brothers, the chairman of APC in Osaka, one of the wars, abducted. He was in uniform in his house. We came to pick his dead body at Agopan here, who is our local government. I want to say that this year of kidnapping in Owanose is something that can be tackled easily. We have some flashpoints. Somebody is kidnapped, is taken to our forest in Ifon in Elebeka. There's a rock that is near this. Thank you, sir.
I want to thank the organizer of this forum for all we have done today. We go down well to stopping the insecurity of local government and also local government. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Salio. May I invite Ambassador Ario Blessing, the state coordinator of community policing, in its place. The Gombati address one and the youth radicalization. I will go into the audience to determine who speaks. Thank you for your cooperation, collaboration, and considerations.
All protocols duly observed. I am Ambassador Gabriel Areyo, the chairman PCRC. There was an IGP of blessed memory. IGP team. He foresaw something. He foresaw that the police were in policy of community policing in the year 1984 under the watch of the PCRC, Police Community Relation Committee, and that is where we are going back to. Let each community have its own police community officer to be monitored by Community Policing Advisory Committee. Will be opened. The chairman police commission supported community policing in our various communities. So I want us to rise to that challenge and support community policing. God bless you and God bless our local government.
Prophet Taiwo Adekunle Bride for his response. 2 minutes, please.
The Excellency Governor of Ondo State, represented by Honorable S.A. Ogwaluaye, all other Royal Highness on seats, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I stand on all existed protocols. My name is Prophet Adekunle Taiwo, and I speak as the Secretary of PCRC Edition. Our security challenges, 10-point measures, solution and recommendation. I will make a summary. Has been happening in Owo, especially 3 and 4 months ago. The recommendations and the solutions is what our royal fathers has well spoken, community leaders are well spoken, but how I wish all these recommendations we bring to books. Our security agents should take note. Most of these Okadas, they have munitions. We should provide some means, strategic means, searching this, especially those units that are in the entrances of our war. Emure units, Emure units and some other units. I want to employ PCRC members in our local government to work together with all other security. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. Our royal fathers here, to the microphone to talk to us on radicalization. Is Director of Academic Planning at Chivas University, Professor Taiwo Adenego. A round of applause for him, please. 10 minutes.
On the existing protocol, I'm here to address an important aspect of this. I want to appreciate the opportunity I have to address this August gathering. Àwọn ètò ààbò láàrin wa, and obviously in recent times we've been talking about kidnapping and what have you. But this aspect we are talking about, without it, our intention, and that has to do with cultism and youth radicalization. Mr. Chairman, sir, you agree with me, from the wake of this year, precisely January 6th, Owo was turned down that led to curfew for not less than a month as a result of cultist activities before the kidnappers took over. These cultists are not strangers, they are members, they are our children, they are people that live around us. Forces, we must look inward and tackle problems that concern us. And that is why addressing your cultism and youth radicalization is inevitable, very important. These youths, our daughter, they have potential. And it is important to say that if we don't train them properly to channel their energy, they will be misled, they will be misguided. So they are looking for where to address, where to channel their energy. And that is why the EU addressing youth radicalization. No doubt it's a menace in our environment. It's dangerous. That we understand and identify the challenges leading to cultism. By definition of cultism, it has to be anything secret or semi-secret groups, and what's their target? They are often in criminal. Therefore, who about them all taking loyalty to the group over their society. That's why you can see a cult member, he mind to harm his father or mother at the expense of. So agbọ́dọ̀ wo ohun tó ta nídìí láti dojúkọ ni because of the nation is concerned. Look at that about the manifestations what we have around us. Taba wọ́n ní ojú lala kan fi ń ṣọ́rí. And what have you? There are common traits we see in them. Either seed ground, campus called local militia, king the way they will respond to it, you will know. And so the same thing, youth radical, they look alike. As you see, and those cultists, they are interested in identifying individuals that are militant in nature, aggressive in nature. tí wọ́n ti ń wo àwọn ìwà jàgídíjàgan, if care is not taken, they are potential members of cultic group. And so looking at what youth radicalization is all about, which has to do with adopting extreme ideology, which leads to social discussion. So, and the drive of this youth radicalization, they are among us. The politicians, religious groups, be it pastors, be it whatever, we have them as we have. The religious group can lead because ideology that we preach in our religion. So, among people. Sometimes ideological influence, whether from imported within and outside. So, understanding this, the consequence of autism and youth radicalization cannot be overemphasized. Terrorism, social unrest, àwa náà lè sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní January tó jẹ́ pé ẹni tó ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù tó jẹ́ pé alẹ́ ló máa ń tajà ẹ̀ by 6 p.m. akógbá ẹ̀ ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ pé alẹ́ láti aago 6 ní business ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. So we all had a take the consequence that cultism and youth radicalization can bring. Ladies and gentlemen, while we are trying to among us, broken homes and poor parenting, there is this indigenous way of addressing in our palaces. Wọ́n máa ní ẹ̀yàn wá láti wá jẹ́jọ́ apart from going to court. This part of the use we must address. Poor parenting. Bàbá tó ń kágbádá tó ń ṣe tí ò responsible nílé. You are breeding, you will be one of your children will be one of those be radicals in town if care is not taken, joining cultism. Then poverty and unemployment cannot be overemphasized as been mentioned. Part of nígbà tí ó ṣiṣẹ́ ẹni tó ní láàárọ̀ tó lọ school tó lọ bí iṣẹ́ òjọ́ ẹ̀ we not think about radical government alone cannot address this unemployment. All of us must take responsibility for this. Peer pressure and search for identity. I had mentioned earlier that young people looking for where to drive them properly. Of education or poor quality education, intensive security and system, exposure to violent content, social media, oríṣiríṣi ohun tá à ń ṣe tó lọ para torí pé kò pass ibo ló ti import idea yẹn. Social media, the father said well the money he would have used to sponsor the child to are used for the burial. So exposure to social media make our young people violent, and that's why they need training. In the paper, because of time, we have quite a number of politicians. Impact of this disruption of education, learning environment, the insecurity and failure in the community. Ìbẹ̀rù ojo torí pé àwọn ọmọ wa tí wọ́n ti wà mọ́lé tó bá wà kágo 6 tó lù wọ́n ti wọlé because of issues that were not addressed. Youth incarceration and loss of potential. Ọmọ tó bá ti join cultists á ti useless torí pé àǹfààní ọjọ́ ọ̀la ẹ̀ wọ́n ti gbà á. So we must be conscious, make sure we address this, and that's why political leaders, religious leaders wà lọ́wọ́ wa láti ṣe. At our community, at constituency and whatever, we must be conscious to see what we can do on that. Because these young people, because of their potential energy, there will be breakdown of law and order. I can't see if and that's why we must address them. Ladies and gentlemen, having the artist signs that I see in individuals tí wọ́n ti àwọn oríṣiríṣi wọ̀nyí, sometimes isolation, àwọn ọmọ wa tí wọ́n bá lọ school tí wọ́n bá dé tí wọ́n oríṣiríṣi, you will see in them, and that is why it's a collective responsibility to ward off and get rid of and youth radicalization in our midst. Ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude, let me just touch few of these recommendations while I leave the rest to the technical group to ensure the issue of education, as much as possible, returning to what the environment should be. Àtijọ́ àwọn bàbá wa tí wọn ò lọ kọjá school, they talk when they contribute in the society, you see the relevance and impact of education. But a fourth degree holder, you wonder why he passed through school. There is difference between certificate and education. Or in school, head teachers in school own béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín ẹjọ́. Command and character. When you pass through the university, you are to be certified, having and learning. So let us ensure the balance through civic education, and as much as possible, what we have in getting youth engaged. The keynote speaker mentioned the issue of getting our young people. Nígbà mìíràn ní database ọ̀dọ́, nígbà mìíràn tá a bá fẹ́ dìbò, kàn máa wá to identify and address racism and radicalization. We have database for young people around us in every ward, in every community, in every town. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ mélòó ló wà ń bẹ̀? Torí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wọ̀nyí ló máa ṣe jàgídíjàgan. Let us trace them to their origin, so that ẹni tó bá ṣe nǹkan kan àwọn ọmọ bàbá ẹni, ọmọ ilé báyìí ni, let us have database. Recently, one of our young ones near our local government, so we were celebrating that has done. We have one of us there who got an organization to train 20, and out of the 20, lára àwọn tó gba 300 wọ́n pọ̀ lára wọn. This is part of youth empowerment, and that is why in empowering young people, we talk about knowledge economy. In the 21st century, the knowledge, what you have, we drive the community, we drive the economy, we drive the society, and that is why it's not waste of effort to invest in the new one. So while we were talking about security, as much as possible, conscious effort be done to make sure that we address young people. And technology, where the young ones are found, as much as possible, you can be in your house. Wọ́n wà ní Canada, wọ́n kàn di orí ní ibi aláǹgbá nígbà kan dá yín lóhùn ohun tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí tí wọ́n dá sí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Follow them to the media to tell we have in technology as much as possible. We have 1,001 advantages we have in the phones they are carrying, but then they need orientation. Like a friend said, and I will conclude with the difference between ẹni tó ń gbin igbó ní Jùbèrè àbí ní ọ̀nà tí wọ́n ti gbin igbó àti ẹni tó gbin kòkó, the difference is orientation, and both are planting. If we give proper orientation to this one, àwọn àgbẹ̀ tó wà láàrin wọn, they can agree with me in the last 6 months what they are investing in cocoa. But then àwọn tó ń gbin igbó fúra tàyà líle wọ́n máa fi wọnú gbó pé kó má bá wọn. If we are there, but part of what we are saying and from this summit is that for this summit for local farmers will be able to go to their farms undisturbed by kidnappers. I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, that following this, that we will have a free, peaceful society where our young ones can thrive. And please, let me say this with all sense of modesty. How many 40 years and under tá a lè sọ wípé tí wọ́n bá ní kí ọmọ tó ṣe é fi yangàn kó jáde, how many will be assured in terms of economic empowerment, in terms of education? Torí pé nǹkan ti yàtọ̀, ayé àjọ ọmọ owó ṣe ń jáde nǹkan, but now even a graduate 10 years after. But then, if it is conducive, they can think creative. Thank you very much for listening.
Very much, Professor Adenegon, for addressing the cruise of it.
I was a bis. Thank you so much. I want to to this event. bàjẹ́ òge. Dọ̀gọ́ má bàjẹ́ òge. Ẹ má má dúró.